Boom. What's going down? What's popping with their people? With they are live and direct. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend to tell a friend. If you haven't already, we are here. Sunday, 4 p.m. It all starts again. The beef starts again. The new rival, the new juggernaut, the new well, it's not a new juggernaut. They've been a juggernaut for a few years now, but the new nightmare for Arsenal. The way they took that title away from us, and to be fair, they didn't really take the title away from us. They kind of we gave it away. We bottled it. Uh, let's not go too far into that. But the way they just kind of, you get me? It was peak. It was painful. It was pain. Uh, Arsenal v Man City starting to become one of them fixtures where I'm just like, bruh. Starting to become one of them fixtures. I'm just like, just please, just beat them. Like, don't allow them to do this. Don't allow them to violate man like this, like, and just play football like this. We are better than this. Arsenal players, uh, Thomas Partey, Odegaard, you guys are better than this. Don't allow these men to play through the lines. Your Rodris, your Mahrez's, and your Kevin De Bruyne's. Listen, thank God Mahrez is gone. Hopefully Kyle Walker's gone. Uh, who else is gone? Couple man's left. They're not as strong as last season and the season before that. However, I say that to say this, not with Man City because them men they just bought who? Josko Guavido? Or is it Guavido? I might be botching his name, but yeah, it's not looking too good. 90 M's. He's a solid, robust as a centre back as you could want. We saw him in the World Cup, it was. Croatian centre back, young, but he's built like a fucking Nephilim giant, rude boy. And somehow Pep, this is what Pep does, isn't it? It's like whoever he wants, he could just, yeah, I'll bring him. We're going to negotiate. And listen, how much you want to bet he's going to feature against us? At this Community Shield is going to be his debut game. He's going to feature. Don't know about starting, but somehow Josko is going to feature in this game. If it was the other way around, if it was us buying a player, man's going to have to wait a week and a half, 2 weeks to see that player fixture. You know, play a game or play his debut. It's always like this. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, people. Please, please, please. Of course, the managers have been speaking, the media has been speaking to Mikel, has been speaking to Pep. They've said, Pep is Pep. He just gets straight to the point. He's honest, he's transparent. It is what it is. He's spoken about Declan Rice. He's spoken about the game. Says things such as, it's a good opportunity to win more trophies and continue to collect trophies. This guy is on it. I'll share my screen now with you people. Here we are. And I say that to say this. The man is incredible. It's mad with Pep Guardiola. It is all mad. Guardiola Community Shield, a good opportunity for more honors. Pep is relishing the chance to add to the trophy cabinet this weekend in the Community Shield. Of course, facing Arsenal at Wembley on Sunday. And this is some of the things he's had to say. Normally, when you win the titles, we won. They give you a chance to play for new ones. Community Shield and Sevilla next week in the Saudi Arabia winter time. The manager told, I think he's talking about the other game that they're going to play against Sevilla for the trophy, sort of Super Cup. We know the situation we are in right now. We finished 2 weeks after Arsenal. We start 2 weeks after Arsenal. It will be a good opportunity. Of course, we are going to try. He goes on to say, we're not in the best way, but it is a final. Hopefully, our mentality can help us to complete and try to win the title. And this is one of the things. Like, it's true. It's not a thing where you can say, they haven't really been in good form or they haven't had the best preseason. To be honest with you, I don't even know what kind of preseason Man City's had. I haven't really, researched or followed up or been kind of like in tune with what they're doing. But It's a final, isn't it? It is what it is. Both teams can win. Both teams can, one team can do a madness. You can't kind of, really say who's going to do what. Ultimately, City are the favourites. Ultimately, it is what it is. They've got people like Haaland and Kevin De Bruyne. They've lost Mahrez. Which is, for me, is a very important loss. And they've lost Gundogan. That's it. That was the other guy who, my mind just kind of skipped my mind. Losing Gundogan and Mahrez will be significant. I know they'll try to add and replace their man there, but their man there are their man there. New players will need to adjust. We need to get to the grips with it. But they still got killers and predators in waiting, like Alvarez and all of these man. Let's very quickly go on to our side of things. Mikel Arteta, of course, also speaking to the press, as you can see here. Mikel Arteta, again, the usual stuff. Love and love and love and respect for City, and love and love and love and respect for Pep. This season, I'll tell you what, I don't want him to do this. I don't want him to show too much respect and too much love. We know you respect the man. We know you love the man. We know you respect City. They are who they are. The team to beat. Yes, 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 yes. However, bro, focus on what you're doing. This season we need to focus on beating them. We can't keep re-energizing them and kind of empowering them and telling them that they're the best, telling them that no, 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 no. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see too much embracing because you've worked there and because Pep is your ultimate mentor. I don't want to see any of that this season. This season, you're your own guy. You're on his level. I want you to compete. I want you to play the mind games. I want you to be a bit nasty. I want you to be ruthless. You say you're ruthless. Be ruthless in every sense of the word. Um, I'm just going to try to pick up things for obviously that more relation to the game. On team news for Sunday, Bukayo Saka was feeling much better today, so I don't expect any other concerns. He goes on to say, and I've seen the videos of the players training. Everybody important, the trained, including people like Mo Nenny, looking like he's getting working his way to fitness, getting fit. No links or updates about David Raya. Of course, he wouldn't do that, but it looks like that transfer is kind of being done in the background. Yeah, he hasn't really mentioned too much other than just the usual stuff, Mikel Arteta, in terms of the City game, and whether we went into the last meeting with City fearful of them. I don't think so. But the game started in a way that we didn't want. And they were better in every department. They deserve to win the game without a question of a doubt. So for us to win the trophy on Sunday, we'll be going to have for us to win a trophy on Sunday, we're going to have to be much, much better than we were, and that's for sure. Only if we have extra motivation, given that City are the only Big Six team that have failed to beat in recent years. Yes, it is time to do it 100%. And I think this is another important factor and about this game. We have to get one over them mentally early in the season. And yes, it might ultimately wake them up early in the season as well. And because we know that City kind of hit that amazing run of form towards the latter stages of the season. But it's all about the mental as well. Psychologically, you beat a season, it works wonders for you. It does wonders for you, and it will do wonders for the confidence overall of the team, of the squad, of the club, of the players, the manager. We need to beat them, man. I'm predicting a draw. Ultimately, we lose on penalties, but that's what my mind's saying. My heart's saying we win on penalties, but I do think both teams will kind of be very respectful, if anything, fearful of each other to an extent. Pep will be trying to sort of understand what Mikel is going to try to do with Rice. Is he going to play Rice? Is he going to play Partey? Is he going to play Jorginho? What's he going to do with that midfield? To be honest with you, the team that I want to see is pretty straightforward. I don't want to think and play too much with it. The same team we saw last season in terms of that best 11. So you're looking at Saliba, you're looking at Gabriel, Ramsdale, Ben White, yes, Ben White, and you're looking at Zinchenko. If Zinchenko's available, slap him in there. If not, put Tini in there. I don't want to see Timber starting. He's doing great. He's done fantastically well. But I don't want to see him starting. So that's the back line. And then in midfield, you don't know what it is, bro. It is what it is. Thomas Partey, Martin Odegaard, and Declan Rice. He just slots in for Xhaka. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't do too much, Mikel. Don't no more experimenting. If you guys saw my last video, if you haven't, please go and check that out. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I said, from that game, Emirates Cup against Monaco, no more experimenting, no more nothing. You know what you're gonna do. That's how the team knows how to play. That's how we played some of the best football I've seen in a long time, in a long few years. That liquid football. We was running through teams. Bournemouth against uh, Tottenham, like that's calm. You just need to get Rice in that zone, in that area where he understands that role, best he can do and best he can play, and get him firing all cylinders, get him comfortable with his teammates. Of course, Gabriel Jesus, another one that's obviously not available. He's injured. He's the only casualty at this point. Weird injury, like discomfort in the knee, bam, surgery, he's out. What's going on? Like, and there's no confirmation of us even going into the market for a striker. So we're going to roll with Eddie Nketiah and Trossard. He's going to pick Eddie Nketiah over Trossard. It is what it is. I would like to see Trossard start over him, but cool. It's Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah scored a goal in the last game. If anything, he deserves to start in this game. Say no more. Let's see what you're made of, Eddie. Let's see it. Nothing against you, and I'm sure every other Arsenal fan that doesn't, wants to see you move on to another club and do well has nothing against you. Everybody wants to see you do it. It's just for the Arsenal, like, bro, like, come on, Arsenal, man. Put a bid in for Ivan Toney, man. Put a bid in for Dusan Vlahovic. You're putting bids in for players to cover positions, like good players. David Raya is about to come in. Like, put a bid in for a solid, tall, built striker that can actually score on a consistent basis. I know there isn't a lot of them out there, but there is, man. There really is. And they're available. It's just gonna cost you a little piece. You understand? But do it. Yeah. Eddie Nketiah starts. Gabriel Martinelli, I think he deserves to start again. He played very well in the game against Monaco. I'm lucky not to be on the score sheet. Bukayo Saka, star boy, of course, it goes without saying. So that's the team. That's the team that has to play for me. Pep on his side, he's going to play his strongest 11. Maybe conjure up a 1-2 little surprise and blow us out of the water again, and continue to be the magical best manager football has ever seen. I truly believe that he's now reaching those levels in terms of potentially getting up in Johan sort of Cruyff's sort of, in terms of everything, not just about trophy winning, not, don't give me all trophies. It's just about how he is able to implement everything. And I can almost to an extent understand why, people that have worked with him closely, like Mikel Arteta, have so much admiration, so much respect, and so much awe of him, because we can even see, me even as somebody who's not a fan of the club he manages, I can see it, following Pep all the way from when he first got promoted from Barcelona B team to that Barcelona team that got Messi and playing, and the rest was history. He's done fantastic things. There hasn't been a better manager for me overall in that sort of time period. But yeah, people, that's enough of that. At the end of the day, we are trying to somewhat, to an extent, build our own Pep Guardiola within Mikel Arteta. So yeah, it starts here. It starts now. Community Shield. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. My heart tells me 2-1 to the Arsenal. 2-1 to the Arsenal. But my head tells me 1-1 draw. I'm still going with a draw, and then somehow they just tip us on penalties or whatever it is, extra time. I don't even know what it is. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, people. And that was the preview for the curtain raiser. This is it. This is, after this, of course, Sunday, Wembley. We go to the Premier League. We go to war in the Premier League, man. We go to war with this guy, bro. Yeah, I don't want no niceness. We go to war with Pep Guardiola. We go to war with Pochettino. We go to war with Jurgen Klopp. We go to war with all of these dons, bro. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's get this ball rolling. Let's bring in whoever else we need to bring in. I think, honest and truly, like, forget all of the magical names and all of the dreams, and let's get Raya in. Let's get Kudus in, if we can get Kudus. If he does really prefer Arsenal over Chelsea, put in a nice sweet bid, player plus cash, something like that. Let's get rid of the players that we are not in our plans for the season. People like Tavares, people like Cedric, people like Pepe, people. All of these dons just need to go now, so the squad can look nice and chiseled and sharp, and everybody can focus. Everybody that's there knows that they're there to play a role, and we hit the ground running again like we did last season. Because I'll be honest and I'll be real, I'm not seeing it this preseason. I'm not seeing that excitement, that smooth comfort talking, that confidence talking from Mikel, and I haven't really and truly seen it from the team as well. Injuries, niggles here and there, situations happening. Zinchenko's mind is on the Ukraine game, and listen, take nothing away from that. I think it's a fantastic event, fantastic all round for the purpose it serves for Ukraine and everything else that comes with that. But yeah, it's just like, look, the season's here now. We're hurting still. Make no mistake. And this was the wolf, the shark, the so-called big shark, blue shark, whatever they were calling it, that took it all away from us. So I want to see the boys, playing like they're hurt, playing like they want revenge. Declan Rice is on board. Bish bash bosh, 2-1. Let's get it. Let's go. Drop a like on the video, people. I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I'll see you soon. Peace.